Welcome to the Not So Podcast.
Yep, make sure that that's happening.
It's live.
It's all, we know.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the Not So Bad Podcast. As you may know, we usually have the intro, but of course it's skipped out because we're trying some new things here in the studio. We're going live on YouTube for the first time, so hello everybody that's going to see this on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here in the Not So Bad studio doing the Not So Bad Podcast, and I have to say I am fairly excited about it, so I can't really complain about anything. I'm happy, you know. I'm pumped about it. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's a good time. I think we have a good lineup for you guys. We have a good show
For sure.
to go over. We kind of have some new stuff as always. We're doing different formats. We're kind of narrowing down on one way to do it, but as always, it's good. You don't fucking touch me. Every week, I don't want to fucking touch you. You fall for it every week. You fall for it every week. I'm like, yo, what's up? You're like, yeah, you go in for it. I'm like, nope, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Another successful week. We've made it here, and we are just excited to share this episode with you. We have, for our lineup, to start out the gates, I have this day in music history, which I pretty much forgot. Which is funny because I have my lineup on the phone, and the phone is what's filming us right now. So now I have to fucking use my memory because this is how much of an asshole I am. I have to use my memory now and pull up what the lineup is. So
Well,
that's what has to happen right now. Now I remember the facts and I remember what this day in music is, but what I don't remember is some of the facts.
well, the fact that you brought up to me before we started tonight was this was what
Yeah.
the last day.
Yeah, okay,
Elvis-
yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
You got it. So hold on, because there's a sound clip that goes with that, and I have to play that as well. So let me just finish pulling up the rest of this stuff. But there was one other one too, AC/DC and Elvis. Yeah, we have two facts, AC/DC and Elvis. So today, on this day in music history, we have some stuff to share with you guys real quick, and we're going to jump right into it here in about 1 second. But first, Austin is going to tell you what his week was like. What was your week like?
Yeah, we had a crazy week.
How's work been going, man? You've been working now for how
Work's
long?
been good, dude. I've been working now for like close to a month, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, I'm training to be a car dealer or a car salesman, so that's cool as shit. And that helped me buy speakers, so I finally got speakers for my studio at home, so that's
That
dope.
is super dope.
I got that set up, so you helped me download Ableton, so shout outs to fucking Josh Whitty for being a boy and fucking hooking me up with some super...
I'm a man!
Super, for being a man, hooking me up with some super fucking
I'm
crucial
a fucking man.
pieces of,
Boy.
Alright, leave the room. I will fucking argue the shit out of this with you. I'm a fucking man. I handle my motherfucking business, and I will not be ever called a fucking boy. That's fucking serious. I'm not fucking joking about that either. I'm a fucking man. I handle my goddamn business. Like real fucking hard. If you guys don't fucking believe me, well fucking you know where the door is. It's real fucking easy. So we'll make this podcast tense as fuck if you want.
So
I don't
Winnie
give a
made this
fuck.
shit happen for me and helped me out a lot with that, so, you know, God bless this man. And also...
I just wanted you to be able to create beats and like, you know what I mean, be able to like, I don't know, just having the same program is important, I guess, and the fact that as long as you can make, as long as you can use the same project, anytime we're working together in the studio, then
Right.
you can easily jump into
Right,
it.
no doubt. And that's what I mean, like, because I've had, you know, everybody has those studio moments where you go from one DAW to another DAW and you don't understand what you're doing. You may know where you want to be, you may know what you're trying to get across, but it just doesn't come across the way that you want it to.
Exactly.
So, not all information translates the same in between each music program. So this one now is the newest one that I've ever been using, so
you've never used Ableton,
I
right?
never did. I've been around people that have used it, and like they freaked it too. Like they could really make it work. And you're one of those people, and I know this other cat from Detroit that uses it, and he's really good with that shit. Like he's stupid good with it, dude. Like probably like with his eyes closed. Like I've been in this program so many times, I just know.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. But So yeah, man, it's been a crazy week.
See, that's dope. I guess I worked my night shifts since New Year's Eve because we spent New Year's Eve together. We did the podcast after that.
Yeah,
these guys came and hung out with me for New Year's Eve, which is
we
really cool.
we did the New Year's Eve, and then what other night? Friday night did we come over here? Was that right?
I think it was
Friday
Friday.
after work we linked up. Mackenzie and I brought some salmon.
Or no, that was
Friday.
Friday. Yeah,
Yeah,
Friday night. There you
so
go.
we got two fucking sides of salmon and some Brussels sprouts and some broccoli and some shrimp. And Whitty cooked it up and made us a
Fucking banging ass meal.
delectable
That's what it was.
fucking fry. It was insane.
Oh, fuck me. Alright, so here's what's gonna happen, everybody. We're gonna play the intro for you guys since you missed it, okay?
Yes, so we'll catch up on this.
Here we go.
It's the good, the ugly, and the not so bad.
Welcome to Not So Bad Podcast.
As always, nice original intro. Sounds like it's saying Gucci.
Maybe that's what it is. Alright, could be.
Welcome everybody to the Not So Bad Podcast. Thank you to our live studio audience in attendance. We really appreciate your support. So this is episode 32. That's another 2 weeks after
Crazy.
after seven and a half. Now it's been 8 months.
Mhm.
This marks 8 months, which is absolutely insane. We've progressed a lot. We started getting sponsors on Anchor. We actually just got a new one. I forgot to tell you about that.
Yep.
We got another new sponsor
Who
request.
dat be?
Radio Public,
Dope.
another one of the platforms that Anchor puts
Dope.
stuff out on, which is really dope. I mean, it's ridiculous that Anchor does everything for you almost. You know, you don't have to go looking for sponsors unless they're local.
Yeah, shout out to Anchor, man. You guys
yeah.
are really out here doing some major pulls in the industry. So
Without
we
them,
appreciate that shit a
without
lot,
them and
dude.
Joe Rogan, this wouldn't be here. Joe Rogan was the one who mentioned it, and then it was Gary Vee. He mentioned Anchor. He said, if you want to do a podcast, you have no fucking reason not to. You can do it from your phone now.
Yep.
And I was like, that makes perfect sense. So, yo, what's up, Cody and Mike? Thank you so much for commenting. We're still waiting on Andrew Riddle. I think next week he's going to be here. So
Dope.
we're going to have some guests soon. We're also going to have a girl named Malaysia Powell, the singer from Meadville. She was going to come in town today, but her ride fell through, so shout out to her. I apologize you couldn't make it, but we hope to see you next week in the studio so you can get some singing done. That would be fun. We're always looking for fresh new vocals, and anybody who wants to record anything, we do have a studio here, and we also have a green screen if you want to take photos. We have really reasonable rates. We're both graphic artists, so
Yep.
if you have any logos, anything you want to get done, you can reach out to us for that. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and do our number one trending thing in the whole world, because it's the best and it's better than the best. It's great. It's the greatest. It's the best thing. The good thing stuff. It's great. What it is, because it's really good. The best that thing. This Day in Music by the Not So Bad Podcast. In 1953, Malcolm Young, the guitarist of AC/DC, was born today.
That's
January
crazy.
6th. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty dope.
I love, like, dude, alright.
You imagine what age you picked up a guitar and just started fucking.
Probably young.
Probably. Everyone who's great at anything is normally started very young, or they've started late. As
I didn't
fuck.
play. I didn't start until I was 15, and I was asked for years. It took me like years to be able to sing and play at the same time. And I'm still not that great. You know what I mean? So like starting young is definitely huge. But those guys, Angus and Malcolm Young,
Yeah, dude.
the brothers from AC/DC, and they're just an
That's-
incredible, iconic band. So
Yep.
shout out to him. I think he passed away. I'm not sure. We don't really check facts here at Not So Bad Podcast.
I mean, we do, but
It's on my fucking phone. I can't believe I forgot to write it down. That's my fault. The second fact, which is pretty cool, because Elvis
Mhm.
is like, everybody knows who Elvis is.
Mhm.
Still, they will know who this guy is till the end of time.
Yep.
People will know who Elvis is. And Elvis did his last show January 6, 1957 or 53, something like that. He did his last show ever in a small gymnasium. So he never was able to play in a small venue again after that day.
Damn.
It was at a high school. which is pretty ridiculous when you think about how music used to be back in the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you played high school circuits. Like, that's nuts. You couldn't do that
That's
today.
crazy. No, hell no.
Fuck no, you couldn't do that today. People would lose their fucking mind if you tried to play. If we tried to play one of our songs at high school, they'd throw us out.
Yeah, they'd be like, we don't need this here. We're trying to keep our students.
Even if there's no
asleep.
swear words in it.
Yeah.
I think there's one swear word in Plastic Love.
Yeah, that's. I mean, even the stuff that we've been making past Plastic Love is all. You know what
There's
I
only
mean?
there's not too many swear words. Like there's some bitches and some fucks in it, but we're not. When we say bitch or fuck, like we're not talking about anybody, which is dope. And we're not talking about women at all when we use the word bitch.
Yeah.
Which is really important. We kind of like purposefully make sure that we use higher level words. But
Yeah.
swearing is one of those things where it's not to be frowned upon, like it's just swearing. So we're not prudes.
It was Jimmy Iovine or Rick Rubin. So these are the two CEOs of. Well, Rick Rubin is Def Jam and
Interscope is
Jimmy Iovine's Interscope. So they said it like this. You know, if you want to actually have a product that is gonna be something that you can really use, the least amount of cursing that you can, you know what I mean? And you just hit a wider market and you're gonna be able to get yourself out there further if you're not
Yeah.
making.
Did he say that before or after NWA?
I think that this was around. This was in the 2000s that he said this shit, man.
Wow.
Like, but
And he
it just
had
depends.
Eminem.
It depends.
That's
you know.
what's crazy.
Well, M had his own like he had his.
pause.
When you have your
It's alright, just the Facebook one. We'll get it. The
Yeah,
YouTube
we're
one's
still
still
on
up and
YouTube.
running, so.
if you guys see this, if you can hear this,
Or,
go to YouTube. I shared the link on my page. So if you guys see this and you leave, visit us on YouTube if you want. It's the link's right there. I just shared it. It's the Not So Bad Podcast YouTube page. You guys can check it out anytime. We're going to be going live from there every week as well. And then we're going to transition from my page to the Not So Bad pages slowly. It's just we've been getting, all of our viewers.
Yeah.
We kind of gathered them here before I had the Not So Bad page, and now we've kind of just cornered ourselves into using this page. So let me just refresh this, and then next on the docket, after this day in music, we have our rapper of the week, our Not So Bad artist. And I'll let you, while I type this stuff up, I will let you introduce our artist of the week.
So let's see, the alias, Childish Gambino, which everybody knows. Like everybody's been listening to Childish Gambino, and you may have been watching him before you knew that he was even making music. So
Yeah.
he was on SNL.
There's
for
people who
a
still don't know
long
who he
time.
is.
Yeah, which is crazy. So Donald Glover was making music. When did he start in the actual industry? Like 2000.
Well.
Like I remember whenever he first came out. I listened to like 3009 a lot. I really liked the video and like how he was in the Ferris wheel and like going around with his bear. Like I thought that it was just dope and that he's a unique artist and especially in music now, he's not one of those people you see that's like boop or gangbanging or any shit like that. Like he just has like a very conscious mindset and the creativity is insane with this
Dude,
dude.
his
Like,
songs are from 3005
Yeah,
to
man.
Redbone to his newest one. His newest song, Summertime, is because he did This Is America, the video for Summertime, and it's just incredible the artistic mind behind that
Mhm.
because Summertime is such a beautiful video.
yeah, it's sick.
We sat down. Was that last?
That was
night?
Friday night.
Friday night. We
Yep.
sat down and watched it together, and
It's
just
epic.
seeing what it means and having that moment in the one. It's animated. And having that moment where Michelle Obama is hugging from behind, like has her arms around his shoulders, a crying Kanye wearing a "Make America Great" hat again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's such powerful imagery in and of itself. And then he has all these different artists, and they're just kind of trying to live their lives and enjoying summer. And then he like expresses the youthfulness of like the young rappers, and then like the
Like
seriousness
Trippie
of J.
Redd. Who
Cole,
was it? Trippie Redd and
Ray Shrummer. They
Yeah,
were all
crazy,
Little
dude.
Pump, all of them. I mean, you had the female rappers, male rappers, Drake, Kid Cudi standing alone in the dark.
yeah,
Like,
which is
that's
sad, dude.
huge.
Because I mean, we talked about Cudi, I believe, and
Last episode.
yeah, and he has that. It's crazy because my brother was just talking to me about it. Like I used to follow him on Instagram and blah blah blah, and they started posting about meeting a girlfriend and shit like that. It's like, dude, these people are still real people, but fame kind of turns people into this like unaccessible, unattainable goal.
They're
And,
mythical figures and nobody believes.
yeah, and
in
it's
them.
fucked up.
Life's great because when you're struggling and when you're living normal life, you really think the more money and the more fame that I get, the easier things are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like,
in a
yeah,
sense,
cool,
in a sense,
but
for
there's
sure.
a limit.
Yeah,
And if you
yeah.
pass that limit and then people start to see that, they will come after you.
Yeah,
And they
that's
will just,
insane.
you don't know, you get in this position where you don't know who to trust.
Yep.
You think everybody wants something from you.
Yeah.
Then every relationship you're in, you think, oh, this girl's only with me because
I got money
keep
or,
cutting her.
exactly.
you know what I mean? Because she gets to walk down the red carpet with me, and then
Yeah.
she's gonna get noticed.
Yep.
You know, you start to question every relationship you have. All your friends change, your scenery changes, and it can be really depressing. And it's cool, financial freedom, that's fun. But then as soon as you make a bunch of money, you have a fucking 100 people with their hands out.
Yeah, and you literally can't go anywhere without seeing people that know you, and then,
Mhm.
you know, and they don't know you, they know this person, they know this person that you are on stage, or that you are presenting yourself
Yeah.
to the people, like,
I have no family. I have my mother and my stepfather, so I know for sure if I make it before they die,
mhm.
anybody comes up to me and says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
for
I'm
that
fucking
point,
family," I
right.
say, "Fuck you."
Yep,
Where
real
were
shit,
you?
dude. Yep.
I never got a fucking birthday card or Christmas card. I didn't even know you fucking existed.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of
It's
my
sad,
face.
dude, that's
But
what,
that's
that's
the
the
way it works.
reality it is, though. It's
Yeah.
crazy, you know, then people, they say after these things happen, like, you know, oh, I knew he was going places, I knew he was doing this, I knew he had
I
these big
supported
things.
him.
Right, yeah, that's
I always
the big,
supported
yeah.
his dream. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
you.
The thing
But
that I told-
2006. Sorry.
The thing that I told him is that, like, watch, as soon as he starts knowing that all these girls are gonna come out of the woodwork saying that he's the dad of their children.
One can only hope.
Yeah, yeah, cause I can't wait to fucking rip into those girls and, like, you know.
Any publicity.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
Oh man. Anyway, 2006 is when Donald Glover came onto the scene as a writer. A producer contacted him and he sent a script. He had written the guy he sent it to had written this for The Simpsons, and Tina Fey was impressed. Like this producer and Tina Fey from SNL were impressed by his work, and they invited him to write for the NBC sitcom 30 Rock. He was a writer for 30 Rock from 2006 to 2009.
Yeah.
He also had occasional cameo appearances. And then he was presented in 2009, so this is only 3 years after that, he got a Writers Guild of America award for Best Comedy Series,
Mhm.
which is crazy. You know, that's only 3 short years after entering. And then Childish Gambino came from the Wu-Tang Clan's name generator.
Mm.
That's where he got his
That's
rap.
crazy.
That's where he got his rap name. He released the independent mixtape Slick Boy in 2008. So it's only been, 8-9 years since he's been on the scene. And the thing what he's done has been matched by nobody. I mean, I
Yeah.
think he's better than Kanye.
Yeah, I think, well, it's kind of hard to
Musically,
put them
I
on a
think-
spectrum, you know what I mean? Because I look at all entertainment as entertainment, you know,
Yeah.
like, he hits his own crowd of people just as Kanye hits his own crowd of people, but everybody in some way, shape, or form can appreciate both of those artists in their own singular, existence.
See,
and
I'm
who they are.
talking about skill.
Skill-wise,
Skill-wise, I think he's just far better
it's just
than-
that he
than-
has
than Kanye.
he's
When it
coming
comes
from
to
a
his-
different place too, like,
Yeah, but when you look at the body of work, like Kanye has a couple albums that are bangers.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Donald Glover has been able to write, produce, and do this
Yeah.
just consistently
Yeah.
and then top himself.
no doubt, and that's
Kanye
good.
couldn't hold the consistency because he's fucking nuts.
Yeah, and that's the reason. I don't even know. Have you heard anything about him going on Joe Rogan yet?
He said it's for sure. Joe Rogan posted on Twitter that it's for sure.
Yeah.
So apparently it's gonna happen.
That's
and
gonna
I'm
be
excited
huge.
for that.
That's gonna
because
be big because
Joe Rogan will push the fuck out of
and
it.
we're talking about it right now, and it's not anywhere on the internet, but in 2 weeks' time, fucking World Star will be posting about it. Like,
it was trending on Twitter. So,
well,
yeah,
if you don't use Twitter, I used to be really into Twitter, but then I got so like, I'm just out shit posting, talking about life, and nobody's saying
Yeah.
anything, and then I see them in person, and they're like, oh, dude, I saw your post on Twitter.
Yeah,
I
all the
really like
major
this." Like, dude,
all the
that's-
major outlets picked it up because
Mhm.
it's as soon as Joe Rogan posted it, that's when they picked it up, and then it started trending, and then Kanye replied and said blah blah blah,
Right.
yada yada. Yeah, let's do this 2019. It's gonna be
Right.
a great year for it's gonna be intense when they really get it done, and I'm excited to see because Joe Rogan's the kind of guy who doesn't like managers in the room.
Yeah.
He does not like it when artists bring their own fucking PR people and all
Yeah.
that, and it annoys him. So hopefully it'll just be him and Kanye, and maybe they'll smoke. He got Elon Musk to smoke.
Yeah, I know, that's
So,
crazy,
If he can
dude.
get Elon Musk to hit a fucking
Yeah,
blunt,
man.
then he can definitely get fucked up with Kanye.
That killed his stocks and shit for a little like section of time. What's up with that right now? I know, like, I don't want to really break away from the music, but like, what's
Elon
all
Musk
this
is
stock
still killing
market
it.
crash, dude? Like, cause I've been
It's-
hearing some shit,
It
man.
fluctuates. It's going up and down. It went down again, but right now it went into a fall because of the government still shut down.
Yeah,
We're in
that's
3
like
weeks
now what does that then turn into for us as
The government shutting down?
yeah.
So it's a partial shutdown. So they had to replace a bunch of IRS employees on furlough, which means tax
Oh,
returns
shit.
will probably be late as fuck.
Damn, dude.
So a lot of people waiting on your tax returns. I'm sorry to tell you, but they're probably gonna be late.
You know, this is gonna be my biggest fucking tax return in
Same
my
here.
life. That's bullshit.
Yep, same here, and it's real shitty. But that's the way it
It
works.
is what the fuck it is, though, right?
Donald Trump came out and said that he's in a meeting, and then when asked about it, he said he did say this, that he's prepared to go for a whole year if it takes.
Holy fuck.
He will keep the government shut down for a whole year if he has to.
Dude, that's insane.
That's insane, especially with an election coming up next year.
Yeah, dude, that's fucked up.
His presidency's already almost over.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it's 2020.
Oh, fuck, he got elected in what, 2016?
Yeah, at the end of 2020, there'll be another election, November.
Oh my god, dude.
Yep, 2016, 2017.
I can still remember the morning. Like, I watched the inauguration at like 3 o'clock at night, and then 3 a.m. And then I got up and I woke up in the morning, was walking up the hill to this kid's house. And I still remember it, dude, like fucking like it was yesterday. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fucked
like,
up.
yo, that's fucking
Weren't allowed to
wild.
vote.
Right, that's bullshit.
Well, we were allowed to, but they didn't tell us that you could send in absentee ballots. And by the time I asked, it was already too late.
Damn.
I was pissed because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'd be
we're
pissed
sitting
too.
there watching the news, and it's like, well, at least we're in here.
Damn, right?
In case the world
Like,
fucking
yeah,
fell
dude,
apart.
holy
It
fuck,
was
man.
nuts when that fucking happened. But yeah, back to another Donald Glover. So Danny Glover is his dad. You know, the guy from fucking with Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon.
Oh shit, that's his dad?
Yeah. His dad also owns half of MoMA.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, he raps about it in a song, which is pretty fucking insane. But
You know, I see it now.
yeah, for sure. Plus the name.
That's awesome.
Yeah, his full name's Donald McKinley Glover. Age 35. He was born on Edwards Air Force Base in California.
Damn,
US.
dude. That's cool as shit.
Goddamn right, it's fucking cool as shit. I'm pretty sure that's his fucking dad, man. I don't know why I would think, but his DJ name is or MC DJ. So he goes by Childish Gambino or MC DJ, which I think is hilarious. Yeah, in his early life, he did that stuff. He was born there, went to DeKalb School of the Arts, of course. He was captioned most likely to write for The Simpsons in high school.
Look at what happened, dude.
Exactly. So Community, which is great, because in 2006, 2010 is when he was doing new music and really got out in the scene, and then he got onto a sitcom called Community, which is where the first time I ever saw him. And it was hilarious.
Now-
From there, he started doing stand-up.
Oh shit.
And he actually has a stand-up comedy special on Netflix called Weirdo. And it's fantastic. After, in 2009, he did the second mixtape, Poindexter, a pair of mixtapes titled I Am Just a Rapper and I Am Just a Rapper 2, and then that was in 2010. And then by July, he had the fifth mixtape, Cul-de-sac. And then in 2010, he performed a 30-minute set on the stand-up showcase program Comedy Central Presents, and that's what kind of launched him into the comedy world. In 2010, a fan suggested he be the role of Peter Parker in the then upcoming Amazing Spider-Man film, and it almost happened, and it ended up getting shut down. But he didn't. I don't think he auditioned, even though creator Stan Lee called for him to audition for the fucking role.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, he wasn't given it to. Instead, Andrew Garfield got it, which I don't know. Yeah, he was never even contacted for the role.
Damn.
Which is nuts. But he did say he later voiced the incarnation of Spider-Man on the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, which is badass. And he received a Rising Comedy Star Award for the Just for Laughs festival.
Huh, that's sick.
Yeah, 2011, Camp and Because the Internet, 2 more EPs and more music. Heartbeat was number 18 on the Bubbling Under Hot 100 singles. He made R&B lists all over the place. He did all these songs. And then 2015 to 2017 were like film roles and, Redbone, all those fucking classics. Like, he really started picking up more steam. And that's where you saw his, like, artistic genius in video started crushing.
Yeah, and I appreciate that so much, is that it's not even like, it's rap, but it's not. And that's the coolest shit about all his music, because they're all so different sounding, but they're all him.
Yeah.
And that's like, it's a very individual thing, and that's like, he's bringing all these different people out of the woodwork with his own, like with his style and his shit that he does. It's just, it's unique to him. Nobody else can can replicate what he does.
Shout out to Childish Gambino.
Hey,
We
shout
really
out,
appreciate
motherfucker.
your art. We appreciate everything that you have done. And that is our Not So Bad Artist of the Week. We are going to move on now to our favorite game of the podcast. And
Hey.
it's called Name That Rhyme.
Hey. Where's our
All right,
people at?
everybody. Where's our people at? People are watching on YouTube, and we had a couple stop through, and then obviously we have the regulars on Facebook in and out. So we are here, and this week it's Austin's turn to ask me questions and have me try to figure it out.
So I got 2 out of 5 last week.
My
and-
mom knew the one that you, which is all right. You guys
Which
gotta
was
hear this
Jay-Z.
story. This is hilarious. I talked to my mother after the podcast because I usually do. Sundays are my nights off, and isn't that stuff good? That drink you just
Oh, I
picked
love
up?
this shit, dude. I've been
Really
drinking
good.
this
Oh.
for a while, man.
Before the game, we do. We're supposed to do sponsorship shout outs. So, and then other shout outs. So we have shout outs to do. You had a couple, right?
Yeah, actually, I had a friend that I got in contact with. He's in LA right now, and, you know, we just recently connected, and this dude is crazy. It's his birthday today, so anybody who's following Sean Paul Merton, go check him out on Instagram.
How do you spell his last name?
Merten is how you spell
Merton.
it. SHAUNPAUL. And his Instagram handle is actually...
Happy birthday, Sean Paul Merton, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
his
say
same
that
with his
for you.
Instagram handle. It's the same thing. Sean Paul Merton. It's all one word. He's a cool ass dude.
Sean, is that SHAUN?
Yeah, yeah.
So SHAUNPAULMERTEN.
And this dude is, he has like a style that we both kind of refer to as like this.
Cuphead.
Cuphead,
You ever seen
dude.
that video game Cuphead?
It's
He does these really like old school. Just amazing. See if we can contact him and actually hire him to do some graphics for us, which would be amazing. So yeah, that's fun. So
And-
that's a shout out to him. Did you have any other shout outs?
Man. Who else do we have a shout out for? I know we talked about Anchor.
You wanted to give a shout out to M. Wilson. You think something about that?
Oh, and you know, I haven't hit her up in a while. I don't know if she's gonna watch this, but yeah, for real, like, you showed me the flask that she won.
Yeah,
the
I can't find a
beginning of
picture of
it.
the finish shot. She years ago. This was back in 2015, maybe
Damn,
before
dude.
that's a while ago.
Damn.
And I had on my normal Instagram page, I did giveaways, and the giveaway was, you know, you liked my art, and then I cut up a bunch of names from whoever liked the post, and I put them in a hat, and then my mom helped me, and I picked her name out of the hat, and she won a custom painted flask
Yep.
that I made.
Yep,
Which
that's
is
sick,
cool.
dude.
So I've known her for a little while. So shout out to her for being creative. Shout out to Keys as always. Shout out to Sykes. Sykes is fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude.
He's planning his shows right now, and like he's booking. He said every month he'll be booking shows.
That's ill.
And I told him, I said we'll be ready, you know, like March.
Hell yeah.
And he said okay. He
Yeah,
said I'll be
that's
booking
dope.
them every month. So we're gonna be playing some fucking shows. I'm like so excited for that, just to fucking do it and just start.
It's just gonna be cool grinding and going to these because
It's been
like,
a long time since I've done that.
I've seen like some crazy shit. I know, and like I've only done two shows. One was pretty sizable, like for a small group, and the other one was just like a nice little intimate cafe where we went in and just chilled, and that was
Yeah.
badass, dude. I love the feeling of just being there in front of all those people.
What's dope is these are Sykes book shows, so like you don't know what to expect.
And he's gonna have some wild ass fans. I know
Like,
that because like the people that were at the shit, they might even come for Grey Walker shows too.
Yeah, who's that one group from that rap group from Pittsburgh? It's like Abstract Mind or something like that, or
Abstract Theories.
Those guys?
Yeah, I know those.
Those guys, they actually fuck with Sykes real heavy.
Louis and Troy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're cool ass dudes, man, and they
Yeah.
got really badass music. Like
Yeah.
I think they're working with. They might still be working with ID Labs. I can't tell you 100%, but like.
So shout out to them because they fuck with Sykes real heavy,
Hell
so they're
yeah.
probably gonna be on some shows.
And I met them through the dudes down there, everybody that's part of Three River Circus, and that's like who they've been riding with. So shout outs to Back Alley Sound and River Circus, man. Like you guys are fucking dope, and it's
Shout out
good
to,
just see everybody doing it.
Interscope for signing us. We really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
and fuck, why did you tell them that? You know what I'm saying? We
Dude,
shouldn't tell them that, yeah.
I'm talking about the future, bro. I can see the future. So I don't know if you guys have done this at all, but Plastic Love. How many times have you listened to that song?
A lot.
Have you really?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's on
What's
my
crazy is-
SoundCloud.
and
I
then
liked it. It always pops up first.
The
on my
song
shit.
we haven't released yet, Blood, Sweat, and Hustle, like those two songs,
Mm.
when I listen to those two fucking songs, dude,
I know.
Like the quality is there.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And like just the fucking, it's just, they're good fucking songs.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like it takes, I don't know, it just, it hits me somewhere. I'm like, God damn, dude, those are good fucking songs.
Oh yeah.
And then we have another one with a real bassy fucking beat that I think is gonna be badass. Once we
Mhm.
figure out the hook for it, and then find out where the drop should be, like it's gonna be,
Yeah.
it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be really dope. So there's, you know, we have probably between, let's see, we have Venom,
Yep.
Peep the Vitals, Plastic Love, Blood, Sweat and Hustle.
Yep.
The new one with the bass beat, which I think is gonna be Where Is My Mind.
Yep.
And
Oh
then-
yeah, that's right.
Then what's the last one? We have another one we're working on. That's
I know,
I got
like,
the
I
Group Called
started that.
Conscious. I have that beat and then those words where it was like the, you know, this group's all I got, something like that.
I haven't, I know, is that part, I think that's part of the other jam that we were making though.
Maybe. There's another one I did
We've
like
just been
that.
working though, man, like, we've been making music and we've been making moves, like, now we have a new Instagram page, so if you
Yeah.
guys are,
This is a live video is interrupted on Facebook, is that true? I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Yeah, that's weird, we need to
Maybe
just,
your Wi-Fi is
it shouldn't
I
be
haven't had any
Wi-Fi.
problem over here.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, we
YouTube's
have
going
the
strong.
Group Called Conscious page up right now on Instagram, so
Yep.
there's gonna be a lot more content being uploaded to that as well, I think, as we
We're
get
building it
songs
now,
and
yeah.
things, so we'll have that beefed up pretty good too.
Yeah, we're building it now. I actually have those graphics I'm gonna chop up, and then we'll have those, I
Yep.
think Monday. I'll send it to you. I'll do it tonight, and then, I'll start tomorrow.
Yeah, well
So
then,
we
I
have
have those,
the
I
first
sent those few to you, so we could use them for whatever, I don't
So
even
the
care.
first one, we're gonna, yeah, you guys will see, we'll start getting the content up, and then, sponsor messages, shout out to True Merch Co., my company, for always sponsoring the podcast, because it can, just because it's mine. and
Yo, and definitely shout out to Jasmine Barnes for hopping on and getting on the part of the street team, because that's huge. She's like one of the initial ones that have finally came in and, you know, like.
Make some fucking money.
Yep.
All
real
you have to
shit.
do, literally, it's this easy. You sign up, I read your application, I let you in, and then you get a code. If you give people that code, you share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you want to share it, and somebody buys something and uses your code, you get a 10% commission on every sale.
Yep.
If you get up to 100 sales, then we renegotiate your commission, and at the end of it, there's unlimited potential to go the way up to 50% commission.
Yep.
So like you can make actual dollars working with True Merch Co.
Yep.
We also have a new play coming. We have a new move, and it's going to be called Team and Company, which is a more traditional, like a neo-American traditional style,
Yep.
which is really hot right now, and it's just something I've always liked, like the style of my own. I do my own tattoos, and like I love that style,
Mhm.
and I've been looking for an outlet for it, and then I finally said, you know what? Instead of reaching out to somebody else, I have a company. Why don't I just do it myself?
Mhm.
TMCO is a logo I use a lot, and I was just looking at it, I was like, Team and Company.
Mhm.
And it was catchy, it looks good in
It's dope shit.
cursive.
Oh, yeah.
And so I posted the logo, the first initial logo on Instagram at the True Merch Co. page, and you can hit that up at True Merch Co. That's TrueMerchCo. True Merch Co. As always, we also have TMCO clothing. If you search that, it'll probably come up. It's just easier just to go True Merch Co. It's the easiest way to find the page. TrueMerchCo.us for all of your clothing needs. We do custom stuff. Like I said, we were talking about earlier. We do graphics. We do custom stuff. If you have a graphic and you want to get it made, we can make the graphic. Not only can we do that, we can also make your T-shirts for you.
Yep.
For starting as low as $12.
And it's
Depending
insane,
on- yeah.
like, you're beating all the prices around the area. So anyone who's not working especially, I feel like they should really hop on this, because if 10%, if you sell enough, you're gonna be making a wage, like, without having to do some scandalous shit out in this county, you know, like,
Yeah.
look at this, the
So
quality of this right
this
here.
shirt's almost 2 years old, right? And there's no cracking, there's no peeling. They're all digitally printed. They're made really high quality shirts, and this is the quality that you'll get. The same exact quality that you will get. We team up with Gildan, and also American Apparel is our new one. We use American Apparel T-shirts a lot of the times for some of our stuff now, and they've been really a pleasure to work with. I think they have really good quality 100% cotton shirts, as
Yeah,
well as
so we're on the cutting edge with that shit, man.
spun
like,
cotton, everything.
seriously.
Shout out to West Park Music Store over here in Franklin, and then we actually have, I talked to the guy from Foxtails again. We could have some possible more local sponsors
That's
to
super
jump in.
dope.
So if you guys are local and you like a good restaurant, go over to Foxtails. If you like a good pub, stop at Foxtails. They have great wings, great food, and great drinks. It's just a good place to go. So Matt Basham, what is up? Yo, Matt Bastion's my dude. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Thanks for hopping on. We are gonna start with rhyme time.
All right.
So hit me with it. Which question
Alright,
you got?
bro. So here's how this works. So every week we ask each other, we take a rhyme from a popular song or an unpopular song, but it's basically all gonna be inside of the hip hop realm.
Testing music knowledge.
So this is the game here. So I'm gonna ask him, I'm gonna give him a rhyme from a song, and I'm gonna see if he can decipher it and give me either the group name, or I'm gonna see if he can give me the individual's name who made this.
Are they all groups?
No, they're not all. They're not. Hell no, they're not all
Fuck
groups. Like
me.
I'm not gonna be giving you like, you know what I mean. Like I'm not gonna ask you every member of the Wu-Tang Clan and like who's affiliated.
I'm
so.
just gonna keep saying Wu-Tang forever.
All right, so here's one for you. Just be thuggin', straight buzzin', loving your peoples 'cause we real. Chill, better bring your weapon when steppin'. Bring on that ammunition. Trippin', don't slip, not to mention. Just be thuggin', straight buzzin', loving your peoples 'cause we real. Chill, better bring your weapon when we steppin' with that. Bring that ammunition. Trip and don't slip, not to mention.
Is this a group?
Yeah.
Is this Wu-Tang?
They're similar to Wu-Tang. They're actually to our west.
Fuck.
A state over from us is where the group came from.
Bone Thugs?
Yeah, bro. So
Nice.
Bone
That's what I
Thugs and
thought.
Harmony, alright?
Nice.
So Bone Thugs and Harmony is the first one. So that's
Got
1
it.
point for Witty, alright? I gave you some that have like some really dope, they got some cool shit in them,
I was
alright?
I should have said Bone Thugs first. I was gonna come out.
Alright, so that's 1 point for Witty. So you only need 2 more points to whoop me this time, okay?
Oh yeah, shit, good, yeah, 2.
So here's your next one, okay? And that song was put out on 4/20 in 1994.
That's dope.
And a lot of artists, especially hip hop, are releasing music on that date because may I say more, okay? Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction. To get your brain relaxing, the zaniac and maniac in action. A brainiac in fact, son. You mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run.
This isn't a group. I don't think.
My rhyming skill keeps you climbing hills. It's not a group.
I know.
He's been part of a group. He's been part of several groups.
You said Zaniac, and that like hit me.
Hey yo,
I know that.
my pen and paper cause a chain reaction. To get your brain relaxing, the zaniac and maniac in action. A brainiac in fact, son. You mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run. Iambic pentameter. We spoke about this artist before, who was very popular for using iambic pentameter.
Eminem.
You got it.
Forgive me some.
I keep giving you such good fucking hints,
You
bro.
do too, but like when you said Zaniac, I was like, fuck, man, I know.
A
I was gonna say it's either Eminem. If it wasn't Eminem, then I was gonna say it was Q-Tip.
The zaniac and maniac in action.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Alright, so there's Dose, okay? Now this one's gonna be a little bit harder. This one is coming from, I actually didn't know that he was out until I went and watched a Mac Miller show down in Pittsburgh whenever he opened for, he was doing his first, it was the first show on his, Good AM tour. Or what was it? It wasn't Good AM, it was the one right after that he did. Or no, it might have been.
Sure.
I think it was a Good AM tour. Alright, so anyways, he said, here's this one. Yeah. We sharing at the Sheridan 'cause Sharon is Karen, and Karen is staring at me, I know she's feeling embarrassed. These hoes are starting to frenzy, I can barely keep up with a B cup. See, I ain't bring my A game, can you keep up? We sharing at the Sheridan. 'Cause Sharon is Karen, and Karen is staring at me, I know she's feeling embarrassed.
He's not from Pittsburgh.
He's not from Pittsburgh. He's
Give me,
from Chirac.
Don't give me any crazy quotes.
He is a
It's,
white rapper.
It's white rapper from Chicago, and his name is Macklemore.
No.
No, that's
He
wrong.
hangs out with like,
I don't know it.
he hangs out with like Bones and Juicy J and, you don't know this one?
The only guess for a white rapper that I would have from Chicago,
Yeah.
man, that would fucking.
He's not like he's not a drill rapper, he's not any of
G-Eazy?
that shit. Nope.
Yeah, I have no idea.
G-Eazy's from the Bay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This is Puya, or Puya.
I don't even know who that is.
Puya, he's dope, dude. His music's sick, and it's from a song called Great Influence.
See, that's dope. I didn't even know who that was.
Yeah, he's got good ass music, and he's got like this wild style. He's like really
Well, fuck
he's
me.
really on like that Suicide Boys wave and like the
Yeah.
sad boy shit. But
That's
he
dope.
has like he has really good songs and like
Sharon at
the
the
Sharon, cause
That's a
Sharon
fucking
is
dope
Karen
line.
and Karen is staring at me. I know she's feeling
Yeah,
embarrassed.
that's dope. That's a ridiculously dope.
And then he said it
verse
like
line.
this, bro. These hoes are starting to frenzy. I could barely keep up with the B cup. See, I ain't bring my A game. Can you keep up? That
Yeah,
shit's
that's fucking dope.
so he's just got like those really
That was
zingy
dope.
lines that are like, yo, like, and
That's
then the
crazy.
rest of his song, like after that, it slows down. But that shit really like
Yeah.
hits you, and
That's-
he
yeah.
got that
Or
from
Sharon at the Sheridan. Because Sharon is Karen and Karen is staring. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
There's a
that's-
song that used that had that same sort of rhyme scheme that he took that from.
That's so
And
dope.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. It just slipped my mind. All right, so here's your next one, okay? Crooked, corrupt, criminal, crime crossed with cream.
Oh, shit.
Cocaine hustler, blowing out the brains of hustlers. Be at my mansion, chilling, inhaling ganja smoke, counting mad cream, weighing tons of coke.
Is this Redman from Wu-Tang?
Nope. It is a group. It is a group. It is a group of people from the Brooklyn area in New York City. And he was very famous for a hand gesture that he made commonly all over the place. Like that was,
Jay-Z?
nope, not Jay-Z, a little more underground.
A little more underground. It's not Nipsey. It's not.
Eminem has a lot of influences from his music. He has a lot of the same,
Oof. Is it,
very, very innovative in the rap game. Really came up with some incredible new shit. He wasn't part of the, like, he was in the 90s. 90s was like his biggest time.
It's not a Tribe Called Quest.
He's dead now.
Yeah, it's not. I know it's not Tribe. I know
He's
it's
known
not
as the son of the devil.
Prodigy.
Not Prodigy. No, you're close. It's not Prodigy. It's not Nas.
It's not Mobb Deep. It's not somebody from Mobb
Nope.
Deep. Fuck, man. It's not Mobb Deep, and it's not.
He's
Juelz
part of
Santana.
DITC.
It's not fucking.
You want me to give you the last hint?
Diddy. Is he associated with Diddy at all?
No, not that I know of. You want the
One
last hint?
hint. Big L.
Yeah.
See, I don't give him points for
So
that
we'll
one.
stick to two still? You
Yeah,
got
don't give
two?
me points on that one. So Big L. I should have fucking known you were gonna put Big L in here at least once, because you guessed
Because I
him
said him
five
like
times
five
last
times. I
time.
had to, bro. I had to. So, alright, Woody doesn't get that one, but if any of you guys know any of these at home, or you have some of these that you could throw out here for us, like, yeah, we all love music, and we're all, like, you know, very open to new ideas and shit. So, man, if you guys just want to talk about some of this stuff,
Matt Basham said, yeah, first time listener, first time commenter. Thanks for having me on the show. Keep doing your thing, my man. Definitely checking in on the next show. By
Yeah,
the way,
dope.
not every artist with dope rhymes is Wu-Tang.
right?
Easy.
Real
Yeah.
shit.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that, man.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, last
All right.
one.
So the last one, alright, so we got 2 out of 5 so far. Now this group I think was from the late 80s going into the early 90s, okay?
Okay.
So here's the chorus of it. So
Probably
this is
Cypress Hill.
it, what? Lucchini pour from the sky, let's get rich, what? Now pop the cork and steam the Vega, let's get lit, what? 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 This is it, what? Lucchini pouring from the sky, let's get rich, what? Now pop the cork and steam the Vega and get lit, what? 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 Introducing Phantom of the Battle like a crazy group, bro. Crazy group. This is how I felt. I was like real on the spot, like, damn, I know it. I know this group.
Fuck me, dude. I knew you would mention Wu-Tang and not put Wu-Tang on there at all.
I will actually
Fucking
play you the song and see if you know it because it's a very obscure
Yeah, bro.
group,
From
man.
the 80s, that's a rough one. If I can guess the name of this from playing it, then I might take the points. Maybe
Alright.
I have it.
If you can get it from playing it, but this song is like, this style is just,
I'll have to see if I can recognize the voice.
it's just they add words in such a crazy way, and it's like a very cool style, and nobody uses this style anymore, and it would definitely be something that would grab attention.
Well, you know it's gonna be on our next song then.
This is Zippo, like in my Zippo. I got that sleeveless. Seat is crazy. The seat, it's just a wild flow, bro. Cool as shit, bro. Big instruments, man. Crazy, right? Alright, so for
That's
you
ain't
that
good.
don't know, man, this is Camp Low.
Camp
L-O.
Low. Fuck me, dude.
And these guys are
I should've
fucking
known that.
insane, bro. You know who I'm talking about
Yeah,
now?
I should've fucking
Yeah,
known that.
that's the picture for it, man. One of
This is
my
old school.
favorite. It's one of my favorite
That's
all-time
old
hip
school.
hop
I haven't
songs,
listened
bro.
to fucking Camp. I haven't listened to fucking Cam Low in fucking years.
One of my favorites.
Since
bro.
I was a teenager. Holy fuck, dude. Good job. So
Yeah,
we're
man.
tied.
Hell yeah.
We're
Two.
tied.
That's it,
2-2,
though. Like
man.
2-2.
Fucking
So,
tied up.
alright.
So rhyme time is all tied up.
That's
2-2.
right.
Next week I'll be coming at ya boy Ice Higher with a fresh 5, and we might even change it up to a little contest because we're gonna have a contest next week to see who's gonna host the next show after that, which I think is gonna be pretty fucking badass.
Hell yeah.
What did I have after rhyme time? After rhyme time, I forget what I had for the rest of the show.
I'm trying to think. Also, I
This is
have
what I
to
get
just
for
do
not
this.
writing
Shout
it
out to
down.
Mackenzie and Marmaduke because they've been here in every single fucking show. So everyone that I've been a part of, anyways, and like, it's been so cool, dude. Just being a part of everything that's going on and you introducing me to all these new ideas.
You hear that, guys? You hear that?
And these constructs, man. Like, Woody's a really fucking good dude, and he's really out here doing.
I'm
it.
really not, dude. I'm actually a horrible piece of shit.
Well, I mean,
Ah.
this is the thing, man. This is everybody's a fucking horrible piece of shit. At least they
See
can
that
admit
now
it, bro.
you get it though. You get it. Everybody's a horrible piece of shit, and every time somebody tells me I'm a good guy, I usually just say, well, I have experience in being a real big piece
Well,
of shit.
that's a good way
Everybody
to fucking put
does.
it, man, because people want to
Everybody
hide
does.
their realities and shit,
No.
and it's like, you can't live, like, behind this fucking, oh, I'm on Facebook, I have to be this person, or I'm on
Dude,
Instagram, I have to be
if
this
you-
person.
yeah,
Just fucking be who you are.
If you go to my fucking website for True Merch Co. in the About section, I tell my fucking story.
Mhm.
Like, I talk about how the fact that I got, and a lot of people notice, the reason I started making clothes in the first place is because when I was 12 years old, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer. And at that moment, I wanted to do something for her, and that's when I discovered creating with my hands and sewing. And I sewed her this really nice fucking, like, circle knit thing. And that was when I really, like, I liked fabrics, and that's, I really wanted to be an interior designer, I wanted to do this stuff. And then from there, I started making my friends' clothes. So I would get, like, blank white t-shirts and Sharpies and other stuff. And then I made this group called the Franklin's Finest. Okay, and Franklin's Finest was the double F. So you threw up the double F,
Hell yeah,
right?
that's sick.
And it had I had the South Pole white T-shirt, and I put this trippy spiral design with the double F on the side. And then I took these tags and I colored them and I cut them off other shirts, like the tags that would go at the bottom. And I colored them and put my own shit on them, and then I fucking hung them up and put them on, and I would like sew them onto the shirts. So that way, fucking, it would look like, you know, a South Pole brought to you by fucking Franklin's
That's
Finest.
sick, bro.
Started doing skateboards and shit. Like, that was when I was like 14 or 15.
That's awesome.
Like, started just making all kinds of shit, and that was when I really got into it. And then I've always like, I always liked design and shit like that. So I figured, like, if I'm gonna do that for real, then I might as well like be honest about why I got into it and like who
Fuck
I am.
yeah,
and what I've
dude.
been
Real
through.
shit.
'Cause that's the only shit people like. They want to interact with a company and with a person that's authentic.
Yeah,
And
facts.
I think that's something that's that like when I started doing music again, because like I told you, I was rapping when I was fucking 13.
Mhm.
Like that's what I started with, and then as soon as I picked up a guitar, I became less Puerto Rican. I became whiter. I started doing punk music, started doing rock, started just playing in bands, and wanted to do that. And then when I got back into rap, I realized like if I want to be authentic, what can I talk about? Well, I haven't carried a gun since I was fucking 14. I haven't really sold drugs since I was like 21. You know, but I lived inside of that life pretty fucking heavy. Like I remember going to the hood, getting boxes of
Really,
fake
bro?
Coogee and coming in and selling it in town. Like I
Really,
hustled
man?
hard as shit. So that's when I realized like, yo, I can rap about some of this shit
Yep.
because I may not have lived in the hood. Like we lived in some poor areas in Pittsburgh for like very limited times. I was super young,
Yep.
born in Florida, so nothing crazy. But I was hood adjacent. You know what I mean? Like I was always connected to it.
You got a pass.
So yeah, I had a hood pass for sure. So I was like, I can rap about that, and I can rap about what I did as
That's
far
right.
as that. But then like, there's a line in the new song that says, fuck what you say because we say what we want. Can't handle change, can't handle love. I am a human that's used to abuse me and using disdain, trashing my name like it's made for the hate. I want to love, I want to change, fixing my heart, healing my brain, changing the game so it won't be the same. You'll remember my name. And like that's some shit that was like real from the heart, because you know what I mean. Like I am ridiculous. I am ridiculous. Always so sick with this. You couldn't stick with this. I have to live with this constant dishonesty haunting me, causing me to go insane.
Yep.
So like that's a line that hits on fucking part of my life that got torn apart just by lies. Like that's something that fucking, you know, like I realize if I'm authentic in my music and I really approach things from that perspective, then it means a lot more to people than being fake. And that's another reason I do this podcast, is because I love myself, I love other people, and I was like, I feel like I should just connect with people on a broader audience. And you know, to do this every fucking week, it's not easy.
No, it's something that we've been able to do though, and I'm grateful for that, dude.
Grinded this the fuck out from the beginning. Like I remember the very first episode I had to do by myself. Fucking A. I wonder why this gets interrupted but fucking YouTube doesn't. Anyway, YouTube, so I remember the very first motherfucking episode. I was by myself in my dining room, and by myself in my dining room on Buffalo Street with a fucking computer and a little desk right there and a couple chairs, and like that was it. So like that was how it started, and like everybody that I was gonna have help me out, do it with me, anybody I was gonna have on the show, they all fucking left me hanging. You know what I mean? Like my fucking best friend at the time, best friend at the time, who I started this fucking original show, left me hanging.
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
Like he literally
You guys
missed
talking
so
anymore?
many. No, he's on meth. He's all fucked up. Yeah, he's all meth the fuck out and fucked up. But like we started the show together, you know, and it was supposed to be the Not So Black podcast with Steven and Josh. And then we did have like a lot of good episodes where we had guests and like we're getting good views and all that stuff. And it just, you know, as soon as I moved over here, I was doing 2 podcasts. I was doing Sundays, Not So Black podcast, and Thursdays we were doing the Three Guys All Balls.
Yeah, so that's even more time you're devoting to this
and I
shit,
was
man.
working 2 jobs and fucking going to jiu-jitsu. And then when I started school, jiu-jitsu fell to the side because I couldn't do that. And I was still doing the podcast. I would go to school from 5 till 8:30. Podcast started at 9. So I'd literally fucking come right home, start the podcast, and then go to work right after the podcast. It was fucking insane. I hated Thursdays, because Thursdays I have to wake up, go to work, come home from work at 4, go to fucking school at 5, come home, do the podcast, go to work. It was a fucking grind. And then those guys from the Three Guys All Balls podcast absolutely fucking left me hanging again. So, you know, I don't know what the fuck. Those guys just totally started doing it without me, and then did 2 episodes and then couldn't do it. Like they didn't know how to
See, that's
stick it
you
out.
just can't you can't tell someone you're gonna devote something and not devote yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna do something for someone else, that's one thing, but do it for you, man.
They
like,
wanted, that was the thing, that three Guys All Balls podcast, it was Garrett, he always wanted to do a podcast. I said, I'll help you do it. Helped him do it, it was his fucking thing, he wrote up the fucking notes every week, I just gave him the studio, I wrote the fucking intros, whatever. Made the logos, made the Facebook pages, did all that shit, handled the fucking promotion. And then they just, you know, they just weren't about it, man. It's a struggle, because you don't get the results you want in the beginning. Nobody does. It's just like working out. You don't see results for a while.
Yeah, you just have to do it, though. You gotta
keep
stick through that
keep
shit.
doing it. And even when it sucks, you have to push through it. You have to fucking believe in yourself, because nobody else does.
Yep.
Nobody else does. You have to believe in yourself. And that's the same thing with music. It's the same thing with podcasts. The same thing with everything. If you believe in yourself and you push through the fucking rough times and do it when you don't want to do it, that's when you succeed. When you don't want to do something but you still do it, that's when shit gets better. And that's why I'm always on fucking, anytime you say I don't want to do it, I'm fucking, nope, you gotta fucking do it, man. It's too fucking bad. Boo fucking who, everybody. My fucking life sucks. My motto used to be always, there's somebody with less doing more. There's a single mother with 3 kids going to school, working 2 jobs, and supporting her fucking family. And you're telling me you do nothing for fucking 6 hours or 10 hours of your fucking day, and you're fucking tired? You're not happy with what you have going on in your life? Like, fuck you. If you're not happy with what's going on in your life, it's because of something you're fucking doing.
Because you're not doing much, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not doing anything, you're gonna have a lot more time that's just gonna be sitting thinking about shit that you should be doing. You're gonna fuck yourself up. You're gonna end up wasting more time, and then when you're 29, 30, 40 years old, you're
Yep.
gonna be like, damn, why didn't I just do that shit when I was
30
in my
comes
20s?
quick.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I'm about to be 29. 30 comes
Yeah,
quick.
bro. Life comes
And,
quick, man. Fuck.
and when you get to that point, you gotta make sure you're fucking doing something, because if you're not doing shit, if you're still complaining about what other people are doing or how it's fucking hurting you, then you're obviously just,
Cody Bodine's in here. What's up, dude? That's
Yo,
my
what
friend,
up?
man. He's about
Courtney
to move.
Lucas, I am legit, Courtney Lucas, I am legit struggling with that right now. I cannot shake this depression. I understand that. I feel that 100%,
Yep.
Courtney, because depression is one of those things where it's not something you can wash off. It stays with you for long periods of time, and then it drains all your energy. It's exhausting, because people say, when you're depressed, like, how can you sleep all the time? And it's like, it's not like
You're not even getting restful sleep at
Yeah.
that point. You're just going to sleep to just get away from everything.
Yeah, and it's still exhausting. Like,
Yeah,
being
no
depressed
doubt.
and having anxiety and just feeling horrible about everything is exhausting in and of itself. So then you end up in a manic state and you don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah.
You feel like everything you do is wrong. You feel like nobody gives a shit. Even when I was living with my parents, you could be right down the hall from them.
Yeah.
You know somebody that loves you is right there.
But you're like, just don't know what to do. You
But
don't know
you
whether or
cannot,
not.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like, you can't do it. Like, you just know, like, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And I've been to that point. I've tried to take my life before when I was 20. I think the first time when I was 19, the second time when I was 22. So it was like real close to each other. I had some really
Yeah,
rough times, and so I know what that feels like. But
Yeah.
just know that, like, you have to push yourself through it.
And you're not alone, because everyone at one point or another is experiencing some sort of fucking distance with themselves or something like that. Like, I was 19 living in LA alone in a house full of fucking 20 dudes that were thugging and drugging and shooting and shit. You know what I mean? I
It's
was
important,
committing
yeah.
suicide right there. You
It's
know what I
important
mean?
to have people
crazy.
that, like, support you through those moments. Like,
For
fucking,
real.
I remember fucking making sure I talked to you as much as I could to make sure
Yeah,
fucking
man.
you knew you had somebody, like, no matter what, you had somebody back home.
Yeah,
that
bro,
cared.
like, and that saved me in a lot of ways, because you were the only person from home that talked to me on a real level that really, like, made me not feel like it was just, some bullshit. Because everyone else that I was partying with was like, oh, when are you going, when are you going, when are you going? And the moment that I got off the fucking plane, or the moment I was on the plane, I was already getting messages like, when are you coming back?
When you coming back? Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, yo, you motherfucker, like, are you serious, man? Like, I just got here, just got off the plane, about to make some huge moves. Even getting on that plane is a huge fucking move.
No,
dude.
they want to see you fail. That was the
And that's
point.
it. And
They
that
just
was one of
wanted to
those
see you
things,
fail.
and it's like, to this day, people are like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I got family here. I have a life here that I'm not willing to just drop, totally, and just, you know what I mean? Like, because
This
even
is-
as an artist, you have people. It's not all about, life isn't all about you in a singular statement at all, you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
not
if you
at all.
didn't have people, if I didn't have you, I don't know where I'd be. Like, if I would have never fucking linked up the night that I linked up with you, and I wasn't sitting here right now, I
LA
sure as
would've
hell
been a
wouldn't
lot
be.
harder.
It would have been a lot harder for sure,
LA
but I
would've
wouldn't
been a lot
I
harder.
wouldn't have Ableton set up on my computer now, where I have an outlet that I can get my depression out and get my problems out, because
And we're about to be getting back into playing shows finally. Like, that's
yeah,
something
which
without
is
you, I
super
wouldn't be.
sick, bro.
Without you pushing me back into it and actually releasing music, I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean? 'Cause
that's a
I'd still be
blessing,
holding
bro.
all this fucking music in and not
Yep.
putting it out. So, like, that's where it comes. So, Courtney, my advice to you is just, like, find that person you can talk to on the phone every day, no matter who they are. Like, even if you don't talk to them often, just call somebody and just bullshit with them. Because that helps a lot. Just bullshitting with somebody who maybe doesn't know your problems, because then third party.
I'm always available for that.
Yeah.
Third.
Anybody on this podcast can hit me up on Facebook. I'm Mackenzie Worley on there. I'm easy to talk to.
Yeah, and
Everybody
she's
can hit
super
me up.
dope and, like, understanding to the point where, like, I was going through some crazy shit before I got with her, after I got with her, and she still helped me get through it to this day.
Third party people are always the best, because if they don't know you, they don't have any prejudgments.
And that's why people go to,
Yeah.
counselors. And,
Like I tell people when I meet them, I usually tell them my story right off the gate, so
Yeah.
that way they know it, because I want people to
know what they're
who I
stepping
am.
into, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and I think it's important to just be real with people. So yeah, Jiggles.
Cody, what'd he say?
He said he's moving away to better himself. Sometimes you need to get away from toxic people.
Amen, dude.
Make sure you make the right changes, man. My only advice would be trust yourself and believe in yourself,
Yep.
because moving away isn't always the answer.
Yep, and you gotta realize that it's just as bad down there, bro. Like, everywhere you go is gonna be bad, and the people are gonna be shitty, but the best part about that is that you're not gonna know any of those people. When you
Yeah.
have the chance to start completely fresh and reinvent yourself and who you are and what you want to do. So
Be your best self. That's
kudos, bro, for
Be
real.
a better person. Like, that's what fixed my life. Even though I moved, it didn't really fix me because I was so fucking lonely. I came back and I became the best version of myself that I could be at that possible moment. And like, yeah, I'm still going through some stuff. Like, I actually have some like medical issues that like nobody fucking knows about. But like, that's probably the first time I've ever mentioned them on the podcast. So like, you know, there's stuff that you keep to yourself and you just be the best version of yourself that you can be to other people. Treat other people well, and you'll have better people in your life. So, but yeah, Jiggles was a really good dude. He was a friend, a really good friend. We graduated. We went to high school together, and he lived in Oak Hill, and me and him and Dylan, everybody, we used to hang out a lot. Well, he committed suicide, and I hadn't talked to him in years, and it's probably been at least 6 years since I talked to Jiggles, and
Bro.
they were really, 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 really close. So that's unfortunate, man. Because this past 2 years has been a lot of deaths.
Yeah, dude,
like a lot of friends of mine.
man.
A lot of
Same.
people that I know, friends are like close and not so close, all of it. Like, there's been a lot of them, man. It's just been really weird for the past 2 years. Like, past year and a half was fucking heavy as far as like suicides and murders.
Yeah, man.
It's fucking nuts. Like,
Yeah,
Tasha was a really good friend
definitely.
of mine, and she fucking, that was nuts.
That happened right down here, man.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. It's rough everywhere. Like, Compton was bad, just like this place is bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's just you don't hear about it.
We're
And-
lucky here because it's not as prevalent, and we have it's here we have the ability to make more choices for ourselves. There,
for sure,
a
man.
lot of people don't have a choice.
No, and that's
And
real.
that's what I think about. Think about the people who don't have a choice. Somebody with less is doing more.
Yep.
There's somebody who doesn't have as much as you who is doing more with their life. So
Always.
therefore, you should push yourself to do more because you have more opportunities and more opportunities and more resources at your disposal. This area isn't as bad as people make it out to be.
No, that's
You can
true.
always travel. If you don't have your fucking license, go get your goddamn license. If you don't have a job, go get a job. It's really not that hard. People make a lot of excuses for why they aren't doing certain things. And the only reason you're not doing something is because you really don't want to do it.
Yep.
That's literally it.
Yeah, 'cause there's thousands and thousands of ways of getting this shit together.
Yeah, you can literally.
It's just you taking the time to look for it.
Yeah.
And how you okay, and with back to the depression thing, how I get over it is how I react to certain situations. It always helps if you react in a better positive note.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if I'm having a really bad day, I'll read, like, positive affirmations to start out my morning if I already know it's going to be a rough day, because that just takes the extra step. Or I do something for you before you wake up, like that.
Be a better person. That's what it's all about, folks. So, Tommy Den, thank you for joining. Cody said, so it would help either way regardless. I know it's all new bullshit. Yep, it might be new, but it's still all bullshit, so that's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Courtney, thank you very much for coming on. I hope we helped everybody that joined. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody that watched on YouTube. Don't forget that you can go to YouTube and you can watch this again. It'll be available at the Not So Bad podcast YouTube channel. I will share the link after we're done. And if you want to listen to the audio on your way to work, or if you want to listen to us just because, maybe you like my voice before you go to sleep, maybe I could do some ASMR for you after whispering in the microphone to let you know. But everything's going to be okay. It's all going to be fine. Maybe I'll have Marmaduke get really close to the microphone. You can hear me do this. That's Marmaduke doing nothing. Oh. That was Marmaduke slapping an ashtray and then going. So there you go. There's some ASMR from Marmaduke for you guys. Real quick, I will play you out. I'll play out the intro for the end of the show, and we will talk to you
It's the
guys.
good, the ugly, and the not so bad.
Welcome to the Not So Bad Podcast.